What's going on, guys? Turner here, and today I'm going to be bringing you a new video. And in this one I'm going to be doing something a little bit different than usual. Typically I don't do like legitimate editing tutorials, but I have seen an increase in popularity in one thing, and that is Super 8 film. So this has really gotten popular over the past few years, or I would even say, I'd even give it this really blew up in 2017, people recreating VHS tapes, Super 8 film styles, and really just anything old that they can get their hands on the knowledge of editing. People have really just started replicating it. So I thought this would make sense, as I have started doing this a lot. I started doing this in 2014 and actually got the chance to use Super 8 film cameras in college and actually record on them, which I'm having a short film come out on my main channel in a few days. So in this one I'm going to be bringing you a tutorial on exactly how to edit just like a Super 8 film, how to replicate the style and all that. Let me know if you guys want to see any other videos like this, whether it be VHS effects. I don't have any other examples off the top of my head, so just let me know if you guys want to see anything. So what you're going to need to follow along this tutorial is there's going to be something in the description. It's going to be a media file link. All you have to do is download that pack. It'll probably take a few minutes. There's a few overlays, a sound effect, and really there's not much needed. You don't need any plugins to do this or anything, so you can do this pretty much universally across any editing software. Bet Windows Movie Maker, definitely After Effects, that's what I'm going to be using, Premiere Pro, Sony Vegas. Yeah, so let's just hop right into it. So the first thing you're going to want to do, of course, is you have to make a new composition. So you're going to go Composition, New Composition, and where it says frames per second, it's probably going to say either 30, 59.94 or 24 for you. So it's going to be 19 frames per second. So just erase whatever you have, put 19. And then also what you're going to want to do is you're going to uncheck the lock aspect ratio box. Following that, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make this 1440 by 1080, and that's automatically going to change the dimensions of the project to 4:3 aspect ratio instead of a 16.9. So what you're going to want to do now is, of course, import whatever type of footage you want. It could honestly be anything that you could do this to, whether it be a tutorial, you want to make something fancy, I have no idea. Just import your video from here. What you're going to want to do from here is go to Effects and Presets and type in, you can either do Gaussian blur or however you pronounce that, or camera lens blur. I use camera lens blur, and just add that to your first clip and put that at the amount of 5. Next, what you're going to want to do after your camera lens blur is you're going to want to add a little bit of noise, because as you see in all of these VHS Super 8 films, they're always a little bit grainy because of course they weren't recording in HD back then, which was probably 70s, 80s, 90s, now, you know what I'm saying. So what I would do is I would add the noise to about 13, maybe between 13 and 20 I would say would be an appropriate amount. And then in the description below I'm going to have a bunch of things that you want to download to make this perfect, in my opinion. And one of these is going to be a grain overlay type thing. It's going to really make your film look more vintage than it already would. You're going to want to add the grain right over your footage and then put it on multiply. Put that on multiply, and personally I put that between 35 and 40%, so for the sake of this I would bet 39 probably looks the best. And then another thing that I added in the description that you can download is a film blur. So what you're going to want to do is a very similar thing to our last step, and that's going to be put this on soft light, and I'm going to keep this at 100% opacity. So from there, it's pretty simple, ongoing. You're going to pre-comp this, so just right click, go down to the bottom, pre-comp, and then once this is already pre-comped, you're going to be seeing that it might not look exactly like a Super 8 film, and this is really what does it in my opinion. You're going to want to add a wiggle position to this. So go into your effects and presets, type in wiggle, and then you're going to see wiggle position. Following this, you're going to want to put the speed at 100, which for me it's always already at, and then the amount is going to be 5.
So now that we're basically on the final step of this tutorial, all you need to do is import the final file from the folder you downloaded in the description entitled Super 8 Frame. Then you just want to drop this over your pre-composition, put its blending mode on multiply, and maybe put the video quality on half or a third for an even older effect, which is my personal preference, and then render your video.
What you guys just saw is the product of what we've edited throughout this video, maybe a little bit more than that. And so, okay, let's focus. Alright, and so without further ado, here is the before footage. And then I'm just talking over this now, and I'm going to play the after footage. Alright, so with that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Hope you guys found it somewhat useful or helpful. And I guess that's really going to be it. So leave a like, comment, subscribe, and do all that. My name has been Turner. You guys have been YouTube. And with that being said, peace out.